Councilor Season.
Dispense the invocation and the singing of the Philippine national anthem.
Okay, and the motion of Councilor Season to dispense the invocation to sing the Philippine national anthem, seconded by Councilor Apollo G. Bakay and Councilor De Leon and Councilor Ganoy. Any objection? Hearing none, the said two items are dispensed to expedite our agenda today. Madam Secretary, please conduct the roll call.
The presiding officer, Vice Mayor si Antonio Miguel Whiteres.
Present.
The presiding officer pro tempore, Councilor Apolonio G. Bakay.
Present.
The majority floor leader, Councilor Cirilo Tirado. The minority floor leader, Councilor Oscar A. Buling. Councilor Caroline D. Season.
Present.
Councilor Michelle S. Gondera.
Present.
Councilor Joselito Opontelera. Councilor Berna S. De Rabago. Councilor Probel Elanoy. Councilor Tanya M. De Leon. Councilor Alfred Felix E. De Castro. Ex-officio member Liga ng mga Barangay President Raul B. Bakay. And Panlungsod na Federasyon ng Sangguniang Kabataan President Laverly Bernabe. 11 members of this office body responded to the phone, sir.
11 members respond to the call, including Councilor Doc. We may now certify for quorum. We may now transact official business. Madam Secretary.
Approval of agenda.
Do we have unassigned businesses today? Any unassigned businesses from our August body? Councilor Season.
Yes, under the committee on tourism, I actually have two resolution authorizing our city mayor and to enter into a memorandum of agreement with the University of the Philippines, Los Baños to conduct a carrying capacity study for Manus Islands National Park. And another one, a draft resolution authorizing our mayor to affix his signature in a conformity to the memorandum of agreement to be entered into by the provincial governor and the DNR represented by the head.
Any other unassigned businesses? We have two from the Committee on Tourism. Madam Secretary, naroon ba? Dalawa lang.
Apat po. Kaya ako na.
Madam Secretary, naroon naman.
So, another item is the resolution favorably formally creating or organizing the People's Law Enforcement Board of the City of Alaminos pursuant to Republic Act 6795, otherwise known as an act establishing the Philippine National Police, under the Department of the Interior and Local Government and for other purposes, and further reiterated by Department of the Interior and Local Government and NAPOLCOM, Circular Number 2016-002, also known as the Revised Rules of Procedure before the Administrative Disciplinary Authorities and the Internal Affairs Service of the Philippine National Police. And the other one is the resolution favorably endorsing the proposed farm-to-market road projects to the Department of Budget and Management for funding assistance amounting to 50 million pesos. To it, there are 6 barangays here.
Okay. Any other unassigned businesses? So, Majority Floor Leader, what is the pleasure of the body regarding the said agenda?
I move that agenda, Mr. Chairman, including the unassigned business information, be approved.
It has been moved by Councilor Cirilo adopt the Majority Floor Leader, seconded by Councilor Season, Councilor Apollo G. Bakay, Councilor Raul Bakay, and Councilor Rapago for the approval of the said agenda. Any objection, amendment, any more discussions? Hearing none, the said agenda is approved. Next item.
Adoption of the Journal of Minutes of the ESPA regular session held on October 1, 2019.
Councilor Secretary is recognized.
Mr. Presiding Officer, I move for the adoption of the journal and minutes of the SP regular session held on October 1st, 2019.
That's been moved by Councilor Season Secundera, seconded by Councilor Pantalera and Councilor Season. Introduce.
Yes, Mr. Chair. I would like to introduce parents po ni Jurgen, since may pasok po yung bata po, parents comment para i-receive yung ako.
Okay. So, in behalf po of the Sangguniang Panglungsod of Alaminos and the City of Alaminos po, ina-acknowledge po namin yung isang karangalan na ito sa inyo pong anak. At very proud po kami na sa inyo pong anak at sa inyo po ay nandito lang po kami nakaalalay sa inyo. At congratulations po sa kanya.
The citation, Republic of the Philippines, Province of Pangasinan, City of Alaminos. Certificate of recognition is hereby awarded to Pure Del Hope G. Marzan of Barangay Poblacion, Alaminos City, Pangasinan for her unparalleled achievement in the recently concluded National Collegiate Athletic Association Season 95 held on September 26 to 27, 2019 at Makati City, declared as one of the champions in badminton doubles women's division, representing Arellano University, Manila, awarded this 8th day of October 2019 during the Sangguniang Panlungsod regular session held in the SP Session Hall, 2nd floor, Legislative Building, Alaminos City, Pangasinan, signed by the Honorable Vice Mayor Jose Antonio Miguel Y. Perez, Councilors Apolonia G. Bacay, Caroline P. Season, Michelle Secundera, Joselito Fontelera, Cirilo Radoc, Berna Rabago, Oscar Boni, Probel Renoy, Dalia Elvira, Alfred Felix De Castro, Raul Bacay, and Lover Luis Bermudez.
Congratulations po, congratulations. Salamat po. Yes, yes,
Kami sa inyo para kumamit po siya. So, motivate po namin na lalong bumalik. Para meron na naman po. Thank you po.
Salamat. Congratulations po again, palakpakan po natin. Sana po lahat po ng kabataan ng Alaminos ay sundan ang ehemplo po ng inyong anak. So, Madam Secretary, before we proceed to our agenda, may I recognize our guests today, our mga nag-observe today.
Our guests for today are again
Welcome po sa ating Sangguniang Panglungsod. In behalf po of the Sanggunian and the City Council, you are always welcome to observe and learn from what we have to share para po sa ating lungsod. And hopefully, yung mga makita niyo po dito sa session hall, magamit niyo rin sa classes niyo and sa in terms of parliamentary rules or whatever purpose you want to use the learnings you have here. So welcome po. And
the next item is a dialogue with the city veterinarian, Dr. Ronald Abara, for the status update on African swine fever in the locality.
okay. Councilor Rodok.
For the purpose, Mr. Chairman, I move that our general rules be suspended.
This has been moved by Councilor Cirilo Radok, seconded by Councilor Bowling for the suspension of the rules to internal rules to accommodate our guests this afternoon. Madam Secretary, kindly acknowledge our guests.
Our guest this afternoon to update the body on the status of African swine fever is no other than Dr. Ronald Abara, our city veterinarian.
Thank you, Vice Mayor, Honorable Anton Teres, Secretary at the Honorable Members of the August Valley. Thank you for... Pero, nervous naman, mas maganda ito, nakatago. Tago na ako doon. Okay. Maraming salamat sa pag-imbita para may bigay sa inyo yung updates tungkol sa African Swine Fever. Yung African Swine Fever is a highly contagious hemorrhagic fever that affects domestic pigs and wild pigs. Yung sakit na to, masyadong mapalit, turista. Galing siya sa Africa, gusto niya sa mainit na lugar. Noong 1900s. Noong 1950s, bumiyahe siya sa malamig na lugar sa Europe. Sawa na siya sa mainit na lugar Europe. From Europe, pumunta sa Asia. Ang Pilipinas ngayon ay pang-siyam na bansa sa Asia na may African Swine Fever. African Swine Fever, from the disease itself, it only affects pigs, wild and domestic. So hindi apektado ang tao. Meaning that African Swine Fever is not a zoonotic disease. Ang ibig sabihin ng zoonotic disease, diseases of animals that affects human. For example, ng mga rabies. Galing sa aso, pag kinagat ka, magkakaroon ng rabies. Zoonotic yun. Anthrax, may example ng zoonotic disease. Fortunately, po ang African Swine Fever ay hindi siya zoonotic. Okay, yun ang good news. Ang bad news, we are 40 kilometers away from ground zero from Baluring, Mapandan. Ang minus ng Baluring is 40 to 50 kilometers kung hindi nagkakamali ng ating navigation. Okay. So, ang ginagawa ngayon ng syudad ay nagkakaroon kami ng 24/7 checkpoint, quarantine checkpoint nandito sa barangay Kabatuan, Alos, at yung mga barangay na pwedeng alternate route gaya ng Victoria, Makati W, Kituan, Makati yun. Tapos Tawin-Tawin, Balayang, Indirangan. So, yung barangay checkpoint. At nagpapasalamat po ako in advance kasi yung SP, nagpasa ng resolution na enjoining all barangays to conduct the same activity, yung barangay checkpoint. So yun ang ginagawa ng ating gobyerno. Dahil nung pumutok po ang ESF, 1 week, 2 weeks before na pumunta sa Mapandan, may memorandum of public health, but more economic. Huwag tayong mag-alala. Safe po kumain ng pork, karne sa Alaminos. Mag-ihaw lang kayo, mag-prito lang kayo, magsigang lang kayo, magtinukuan lang kayo, maglitsyon lang kayo. No problem. Hindi ho nakaka-apekto sa kalusugan ng tao. Okay. Titignan ako din kaya. Kasi seryoso tayo ko guys kanina Sabagay, suspendido naman yung rule. Okay. So, yan ang ginagawa, quarantine checkpoint. Pangalawa, ay ginagawa namin yung veterinary inspection and re-inspection activities. Meaning, lahat na pumapasok dito, at kahit transshipment lang, halimbawa, galing din sa Sual, dadalhin sa Pubalyo, sa Mabini, dadaan sa atin, dadala nyo yung sakit. Talagang gumagawa kayo ng veterinary inspection and re-inspection. Kahit may issue pa na veterinary health certificate o kaya animal health certificate yung mga hayop, nire-inspect pa rin natin. Pangalawa, lahat ng kinakatay sa slaughterhouse ay kailangan may veterinary health certificate o kaya animal health certificate na. So hindi na pwede pumasok doon na hindi na-inspect at na-inspect. Okay, pangatlo, yung paggagawa ng checkpoint. Pangatlo, yung animal diseases, monitoring and surveillance. Kasama po ang mga barangay council, BHWs, nagmo-monitor ho kami ng any mortalities or morbidities ng mga hayop in general at mga baboy in particular sa mga barangay. So, halos araw-araw may report, linggo-linggo may report para ma-monitor at surveillance yung mga paglagaan ng sakit at sana hindi tatama yung ESF sa ating syudad. So yun yung mga ginagawa, Mr. Chairman, ng ating opisina.
So, any questions from the body regarding ASF, Councilor Raul Bahay?
Mr. Chair, Doc, kung halimbawa yung mga nagkakatay dun sa barangay na, pwede bang patilingan yun o okay lang?
So, ipang-apat pala yung activity na ginagawa. Barangay, Apo Raul Bagay, o Raul Bakay. Pinagbawal na po yung pagkatay sa barangay. Lalo na kung ito ay for commercial, for trading, or pauraga. Pauraga. So, alam naman natin yung pauraga. Pauraga, party ka, pabingay mo. Okay? Nandiyon ang pauraga. Maliban na lang kung yung baboy so, kailangan dalhin lahat sa slaughterhouse. Oo. Kasi pag kinatay sa barangay, hot meat na yun. Pwede nang kumpiskahin. Pangalawa, kung halimbawa si Councilor si Gondera ay nag-blowout at nagpalitsyon for private, for personal consumption, pwede ho na tatawag na lang ho si ma'am ng inspector at i-inspectin bago katayin. Okay. Oo, birthday ka na. Blowout.
Yung kondok, saan nakukuha yung sakit na African Swine Fever?
Ako.
Paano?
Kasi halos araw-araw natin napapanood sa TV, ni-explain doon, kung gusto kong i-explain ulit. Dalawa yung contact transmission, epidemiology. Direct contact, from baboy to baboy. That is direct contact. Pangalawa, indirect contact, dalawa. Pagkain ng contaminated pork, at yung mga contaminated leftovers na nakakain sa baboy. Kagaya nangyari sa Pilipinas, ang theory nila, nag-umpisa ang ESF hindi sa Bulacan o Rizal, pero nanggaling siya sa Payatas. Kasi doon nagbabagsak ng mga barko, yung mga tira-tirang pagkain, swell ang tawag doon. So, that is direct contact. Pangatlo, yung mga tao, fomites, tao, sasakyan, saka yung soft tick, yung isang uri ng garapata na tinatawag namin sa parasitology na Ornithodoros movata. Yun ang magdadala. So, dalawa, direct contact sa indirect contact. Councilor.
Councilor Provincial.
So, ilang kilometro yung bago tawangan yung syudad natin ng African Swine Fever?
Councilor, gagaya ng sinabi ko, ang pinaka common sa Pilipinas, base sa pag-aaral ng Department of Agriculture, lahat binyahe, through biyaheros. Dinala yung kasi kung matatandaan nyo, may sinasabi yung 1710 protocol na sa 1 kilometer walang makakalabas, kailangan patayin lahat yung baboy. 1 kilometer radius. Sa 7 kilometer radius, may restriction ng movement ng animal. Tapos, sa 10 kilometer radius, dapat kailangan may disease monitoring and surveillance. So, yung mga nandito sa 1 kilometer radius na ayaw patayin yung kanilang baboy, tinakas nila. Tinakas ng mga biyahero kaya nakarating sa iba't ibang lugar. In fact po, yung Baluring Mapandan, ayon sa report, dalawang kwento. Una, yung unang kwento. Yung biyahero, naghanap siya ng mga dadaanan na hindi sa checkpoint para hindi ma-check. Ang kwento ng provincial government. Ang kwento naman ng biyahero, dumaan sa checkpoint, walang tao, tumirin-diretso. Yung sagot sa tanong mo, kagawad, walang kilometro. Basta kung saan madadala yung virus, through carrier, may lilipat yung virus from one place to another.
Dapat Dok, yung mga yung nagtitikbit doon sa may Partinsol kasi maraming madadaanan dito sa atin papuntang Kabantuan. Dapat distrito
yung mga meat products na nanggagaling sa pan.
Kaya nga
yung mga ginagawa nilang longganisa. Ang balita ko, nanggagaling sa Bulacan yung mga karding yun.
Kaya nga ako, Councilor, sa checkpoint, mahigpit na binabantayan nila yung live animals, pati processed products. Hindi na, frozen, chilled.
Paano niyo po makikita yun kung frozen Paano mo malalaman kung may contaminated?
Wala ang procedure, Mr. Chairman, ay kailangan tingnan yung papel.
Okay.
Kung meet siya, meat inspection certificate o kaya certificate of meat inspection. Kung frozen naman, meron siyang date of registration, certificate of registration from FDA. Kasi nahati na ho ang inspection ngayon. Pag karne, fresh, chilled, frozen is sa veterinary office, tapos sa Department of Agriculture. Pero pag processed na sa FDA na, Department of Health. Pag yung karne na may asin na, that is processed, hindi na sakop ng meat inspection. So yung mga longganisa, hotdog, tocino, longganis, ano pa, chorizo, sa FDA. At kung ang tinamaan sa sentro, sa buhay, halos lahat ng barangay apektado sa 1710. Okay. So, sa 1 kilometer radius protocol, kailangan